Hey, what's going on there again? This is Dr. Jason with Elite Health. I hope you're well. I've got a really cool thing for you. One of the most important things I teach here is something called mind setting. It is powerful. And in fact, with most people that I work with, it is one of the top things that they're lacking. I call it deficient of, right? We might think of deficiency of nutrients, like a vitamin D deficiency. We might think of food sensitivities and, all these things going on with the body, parasites and all that. But often people are deficient in how they do a mind setting practice, okay? And we can also parallel this with meditation. I do believe this is a form of meditation. I believe it's a little easier. It's a 4-step formula I found to be very, very effective. And most of these elements are taught by some of your top coaches out there for the mind. So let's get right into it. So the number one thing you got to do is breathe, okay? Breath work is huge. Most of us are stuck up here in this sympathetic dominant posture here with we kind of have our shoulders elevated, we breathe with our neck, our chest is kind of elevated. We got to get out of that. So number one is breathe, but with shoulders down, okay? And obviously breathe with your belly first. So expand that belly first and then allow the chest to expand. Think of breathing more laterally, kind of front to back than just up and down with your shoulders there. But get at least 10 reps of really good deep breathing in and just really start to get that calm feeling. Ideally somewhere around 4 seconds inhale, 8 seconds exhale would be awesome. So that's step one. But you can do 20, 30 reps of that breathing if you'd like. Feel free to keep rolling with it if it feels good. Okay, step two is gratitude. There is so much research showing that gratitude is incredible for you. It's just, it can't be overstated. You gotta have gratitude. It's powerful. Gratitude, basically to be in deep, sincere gratitude, you can't be, sad, you can't be unhappy, you can't be grumpy at something, you can't be resentful, at least in that moment, because you can't be in true gratitude unless those feelings and those emotions are put aside for a little bit. So it's powerful. It displaces that instantly. So the key is, though, no matter how bad you feel, and I've been through a lot of chronic health problems myself, guys, I understand, no matter how bad you feel, find a way to be grateful for something in your life. There is something, there is light. You just got to find it even though you feel like it's all dark, okay? Once you start finding that, it'll be, you get a neural circuit in your brain, it'll start, finding that more often, believe it or not. And there are literally studies done on just exactly that. Gratitude has a huge placebo effect, just your mind saying, you know what, things aren't so bad after all, and hey, there's some, this is good in my life, that's good, I forgot about that thing. You can raise a lot of your incredible healing properties by gratitude. That's step two. Step three is prayer. You don't have to be religious at all. I just want you to just start to get into some kind of prayer. And again, this is more spiritual prayer than religious prayer. But again, if you're, Catholic or something, you want to do Our Father, no problem. Okay, but you don't have to. You don't have to be religious. I do want you to be spiritual, though. You know what the best type of prayer is? It's the hardest kind. You ready? That's praying for those in your life that you have conflict with, those that have done you wrong, those that you do maybe hold some resentment for those that are, just really irritating to work with, or maybe a family member that, you can't, they're part of your family, you can't do anything about it, but they just get on your nerves every time you see them. I know. Those people are challenging, guys. I get that, but that's the people you got to pray for. Not only do they need it, right? There's a reason that they may irritate those of us around, they irritate those in their life. They need help, believe it or not. I want you to look at that with empathy. Look at them and how they lash out at people, how they deflect their energy out on others negatively as they're hurting. They're probably in some crisis that you don't know about. So I'm not saying it's okay to be like that. I'm not saying that, okay? If they're really toxic, get away from that person, okay? I am saying, though, pray for them. That starts the process of healing for you, because remember, they don't care about you and your healing. Even though they may be a loved one, they got their own agenda. You have to heal yourself. So I want you to pray for them, let go of that, and obviously we could talk about this ad nauseum and other things we could do with this situation, but at least work on prayer. Sending them positive energy is powerful, okay? And then the fourth step is a micro goal. How do we get to large goals? Like, let's say you had IBS, depression, anxiety. You want to conquer those. That's a big goal. That's not something we can just flip a switch and do next week, right? You have to chunk that down into tiny little pieces. Well, all goals, all large goals, okay, big life goals and health goals are made up of behaviors. So like healing your body is an outcome. You can't just, again, flip a switch and just boom, you're there. You have to create behaviors. So step 4 is to create a single behavior, just a one, for that day that you know you can do. Okay, like low-hanging fruit, something that's simple, it's easy, doesn't take a lot of health, stress, doesn't take a lot of time. Make sure you set that goal at the end of this, and step number 4 for your mind setting And then what's so important, because the worst lies are those that we tell ourselves, believe it or not. So we open the loop with that goal in the morning or whenever you do your mind setting, and we close it by following through with that task and actually checking it off. And your subconscious mind says, well, thank you. You know, Jason, you can do this, right? It's a huge confidence boost to your subconscious programming as you do this every day. Imagine, 180 or 360 days of these tiny little goals. You'd be so much further ahead in your life or whatever goal that you're setting out for. Okay, so work on this mind setting, breathe, gratitude, prayer, and a micro goal. Work on that and let me know how it goes. Take care. Bye-bye.